Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Lady Bird. So Lady Bird is the highly anticipated directorial debut from Greta Gerwig, who has been in films such as Frances Ha, 20th Century Woman, Mistress America. She's sort of made a name for herself in being really good in these smaller films and sort of starring in similarly themed films, and because of that she's sort of made a name in that genre. So she decided to sort of tackle that genre in Lady Bird, which is the story of a woman coming of age from age 17 and to 18, senior year, where she has to make a lot of decisions about what she wants to represent and what her future will be like. And it's about how her rebellious tendencies lead down a path that isn't necessarily preferable, but how her coming of age has a lot of hardships, has a lot of great things, and it's sort of just a natural story of 1 year in a person's life. I would have been excited for Lady Bird regardless of what the reviews were, because Greta Gerwig has been one of my favorite actresses working in Hollywood today. She is just excellent. She delves into the characters so well. She has great comedic timing. She's really great at a lot of things. So just the fact that she was directing a movie was exciting enough, let alone the insane and incredible reviews it's gotten. At one point, it was the highest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes ever, with I believe over 175 positive reviews, and only positive reviews. Recently, it has gone down 1 to 99%, even though the grade is a B-, which should be positive, but that's a whole nother controversy. And just that, and also the fact that everyone was just saying it was one of the best coming-of-age films ever, as well as a really good trailer. I was just completely hyped for Lady Bird, and it finally came to my town this weekend, and I can say Lady Bird is one of the best movies of the year, and easily the most natural movie that has come out this year. Even some of the greatest films of modern-day cinema have not necessarily been all that natural. They sort of focused more on creating themes and representing them in sort of an impressionistic or expressionistic way. And because of that, you sort of get a lack of just pure naturalism in movies anymore. And Lady Bird just delivers on that so well. This film just feels so natural, from the way it's shot, to all of the performances, to the story that continues to unweave itself as you go along, to the way that it's edited, to every single tiny component in this movie. You just got such a natural movie with some of the greatest performances of the year. You can easily say right now, Saoirse Ronan will get a nomination for Best Leading Actress. She's just that good. And Laurie Metcalf should get a nomination for Best Supporting Actress. She is just that good. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tracy Letts gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor, because the performances all around the board are just so spot on and just natural. And I think that has to come from the fact that Greta Gerwig directed these actors so well, because all of these actors have done stuff before and they've all been good, but you can sort of tell the difference between when an actor is good in one movie because they're a great actor versus if they are good because a director has directed them well. And I think Lady Bird is a great example of a director doing their job to their fullest possible extent, and it paying off so well. And some of the themes in Lady Bird, while I can't really get into them just because they're spoilers, but some of the themes in this movie are the most emotional and heart-wrenching themes I've seen in a really long time. And the end of the movie is probably the best ending of the year. I'm not sure if it's better than Blade Runner 2049, but it is definitely one of the better endings this year, and one of the better endings I've ever seen. It's just, again, natural conversation, pure normal dialogue, no one is overacting, and it's really just a scene of Lady Bird sort of realizing something. And it's the type of transition that you only really see in real life. It's the transition where you go from thinking you know everything about the world to realizing that there's still so much ahead of you. And that's something I haven't gone through, but I know a lot of people that have gone through it, and they've talked to me about it, and from the way that I can tell this film was made, it captures that perfectly. And it's the final theme, it emotionally made me so happy and sad. This was just one of the most pure and human movies this year. I know I just said this about 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, but it is the type of movie that you do need to see. in order to fully understand why it's great, because it's sort of hard to put into words. And that is why I would implore anybody out there to go check out this movie. If you have to drive an hour, it's worth it, just because it is one of the better movies you will see, and the ending will have you just so completely happy. And I haven't felt that much happiness and sadness combined in a really, really long time. And I'm just sort of shocked how Lady Bird is able to accomplish it. This is a very special movie, and it's a movie that I'll need multiple rewatches to fully get and to fully understand. The same thing happened last year with Moonlight. The first time I saw it, I absolutely loved it, but as repeated viewings went on, I discovered something new about it each time, and I became that much more emotional over it. I can easily see Lady Bird having the same exact effect. I will give Lady Bird a 9 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Lady Bird. What are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think of Greta Gerwig as an actor or a director? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.